This is going to be a little different. You see, originally I planned on doing a review on Aero the Acrobat. Then I realized what I really did was pretty much a playthrough and just me griping on it. So this right here that you're watching is going to be the review for Aero the Acrobat. Now, you will see the playthrough, and it's about 40 minutes long. And I'll probably section it off between 4 to 8 videos, around there. Now, I'm going to list off the things that I liked and disliked about the game, and give it a final verdict. Now, Aero the Acrobat. What can I say about it? Well, for one thing, it was made by Sunsoft, and they're hit and miss when it comes to games. Either they make really good games or really mediocre at best. This one falls a little bit better than mediocre, but definitely not a smash hit. Now, one thing that I can say about the game that I said in the playthrough is that I love the music. The music is very, very good. That is one thing in the game that was top-notch, more than anything else. The graphics were good, but the music was phenomenal. For a carnival game, the music just seemed to fit, and it seemed to work with that game in particular. And in some cases, you find soundtracks for video games that seem like they could probably go with other things. This just went perfect with Aero the Acrobat. If there's another game that would be like a carnival theme, it would probably work for that too. But for Aero the Acrobat, it worked perfectly. Another thing that I liked is, for the most part, the controls in the game were pretty decent. There were a couple things that I had to gripe about, but overall, the controls were okay. It seemed kind of basic in some cases, but other than that, it pretty much worked out. One thing I couldn't stand on the game, the one thing that I really wish never happened, was that every time you get a game over and had the option of continuing, from what I've seen, you just go back to Act 1. Now, I'm sure that there are checkpoints along the way that say you can continue to this point, but seriously, I've seen many games that'll continue to the next level you go to. Perfect example, I was playing Super Star Wars the other day, and when you get a game over, you start right back. Well, when you have the option of continuing, you start right back to the last level you were. There's no problem with that whatsoever. I don't find any reason why they should have had just selective checkpoints. But that's their call. Another thing that I couldn't forgive the game is that, I mean, I'm okay with good challenge and, you know, hard games, and that's no problem. But it just seems that at points this game gets very, very unforgiving. Perfect example, you know, like when you're going to like that swinging part, you know, when you go to, you know, swing, you know, on, you know, for a little, I don't know what they call it, rope, you know, swinging from rope to rope. That is horrible programming. It just seems that it looks cool when you see it done good, but it's very hard to do. I'm sure if you're really good at playing games, you probably will nail it pretty good. But if you're an average gamer or less, you're gonna struggle in this game. especially in those particular parts. Another thing I don't like is sometimes enemies are really hard to get rid of. You have an option of shooting stars, like a gun, but in most cases, with a lot of enemies, they don't seem to do anything at all. In most of the really weak ones, it takes them out, but when it comes to the stronger ones, which you'll see in my playthrough, it doesn't really help. So your main option is to use your little drill attack. And the drill attack is pretty good, you know. I mean, it better be good, because that's the weapon that you're going to be using in the game. But the objectives I've seen for the 4 levels I actually played, that's as far as I got. Yeah, and it's pretty sad, isn't it? I got the 4 levels. I mean, I'm gonna still play the game. I actually like the game. I don't have anything wrong with it except for some things I'm nitpicking right now. I mean, I don't feel the need to hate a game because I can't beat it. But anyway, the 4 levels I got to, 3 of them were pretty simple objectives. Well, actually, all 4 of them were, but 3 of them were pretty much, you know, basic, you know, hit, you know, get rid of some platform, hit some rings, and then there's one in particular, the 2nd level actually, find a key and rescue one of the characters in the game. And that one was, you know, a little different, and I actually appreciate that. One of the things I didn't like that I didn't mention in the playthrough was the fact that the main theme is used in the intro, you know, right before it gets in the game. The 1st level plays it again. Personally, I think it would have been better if the 1st level music was another theme, and then the main theme that you hear in the intro and the start level, or in the start menu, is somewhere later. I think that would have been better. But, like I said, it was their call, you know. All in all, Aero the Acrobat is a fun experience. However, it's definitely not for beginners. And if you get easily frustrated at games, such as myself, but you don't actually like getting frustrated and you like want to break something afterwards, you might not want to play this too often. Like I said, the game is not bad at all. The game is not bad. When you see when you see me play the game and I get really pissed off, I might say things like this game sucks or something like that, but really it doesn't. The game is not bad, it's just frustrating as hell. There's a lot of games that are really frustrating. This game, however, I can forgive it for being frustrating because there's a lot of games I like to play that I get frustrated. Perfect example, in 2007, 2006, I forgot what date it was, what year, there's a game by the name of Odin Sphere. Made by Atlas, and it's one of the most, like, come out of nowhere titles you'll find on the PS2. There's other games, but this is one of the ones that just came out of left field. No one saw it coming, and it's amazing. If you ever get a chance to, if you can find it, get it. If you want to see some gameplay footage, search up this guy on YouTube. His name is Faze of 1P. Fazeof 1P. He's got a Let's Play of Odin Sphere. Watch it. Seriously. I mean, sure there might be other guys, but that's the one I know of that has a playthrough of the game. It's not the complete game so far, but it's quite a bit of chapters into the game, so you'll be able to check out a lot of playthrough in it. And you'll see how good this game is. Go for it. But that's an example of a frustrating game that's good, you know? Just because a game is frustrating doesn't mean it's bad. Odin Sphere is a prime example. I find the game to be very frustrating, but I love it. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite titles for the PS2. But anyway, yes, after watching this review, go to Faze of 1P's channel, or just look up his Let's Play of Odin Sphere and watch it. Okay? Well, that's all I have to say. Tune in soon and watch my playthrough if you want. You don't have to, but if you decide to go for it and say, hey, I have nothing better to do for 40 minutes, let's watch the playthrough of Aero the Acrobat. Go for it.